Today I'm going on a style journey with the renowned multi-award-winning skincare expert, author, and founder of the Skin Rocks skincare brand and app, arguably known as the most important person in British beauty, affectionately dubbed the Queen of Skincare. It's Caroline Hirons. Hello and welcome, Caroline.
Thank you. I bow down. I can't believe I'm actually sitting here.
Well, bloody hell, I bow down to you.
Well,
and now I'm sort of very self-conscious about my suntan, my skin, my makeup, my everything. But I notice you've got a bit of a tan.
I change colour if I look at a light bulb. I've got a really dark olive skin, so I either look yellow and deathly pale and like I'm near death, or I walk in the sunshine and I change colour.
Wow.
So I just do. So even we went on holiday and I was in SPF 50 with a
Head to foot.
Yeah, with a hat. I never go lower. SPF 50, head to foot, a cover up, sitting under umbrella with a baseball cap on, and I still get the melasma. And I had a patch here because the sun was here at the end of the day. And so, what can you do? I'm not going to go out and not enjoy the sun.
Yeah, and it's nature.
Yeah, I love the sun. I just think a lot of people. There's a whole anti-SPF thing, coming from the States.
Anti-SPF thing.
Don't get me started.
Apparently, we should all be slathering ourselves in beef tallow.
Amanda, I can't. We just started. It's a craze, it's a fad, and the scientists are pushing back now. It's a bit, and I'm so tired of it. I just say enjoy melanoma.
Yeah,
go with God, because it's not just the cancer. In 20 years, you're going to have a face like a leather handbag, and if that's happy, then go with God. Best of luck to you. It's not my job to persuade you to take care of yourself. Yeah. You think you're doing the best for you.
Yeah,
fair play.
Yeah.
You're moron.
You're phenomenally pragmatic when it comes to skincare advice.
I wasn't in the early days. In the early days, I was very, you have to do this and don't do this and don't ever use that. And you just get to the point, and also you get older.
Yeah.
Once you're post-menopause, the chill button comes out, but also the don't f*** about button comes out.
Yeah.
And I'm either or.
It's so true. And it's such a gift, actually.
I don't care so much about the stuff I don't care about. And I'm obsessed about the things I know are important. Family, friends, my team, people you want to take care of, being a good person, putting good out into the world. I don't care about clickbait and the fads and trying to be dragged into online arguments. And, I'm so over it. And I wasn't 15 years ago. I was in the middle of it. I was perimenopausal, angry, raging lunatic, and had time for it all. And I don't now. I'm chill.
Yeah.
Until I'm not.
Yeah.
But that doesn't usually involve, work or skincare or the business. That involves either something politically or,
You mentioned your team.
Mm-hmm.
55.
I think so. I think we're I think we're 55-ish, over 50.
I mean, 15 years ago, did you see that happening?
Yeah. I always knew I wanted to run my own business. I wasn't sure what it would be. I knew I would be successful. It was just, I'm going to do this. And I didn't have the exact vision or the exact number or what I would be doing, but I always had the vision of I will be successful in whatever I was planning on doing, but I didn't know what I was planning on doing.
And so what next? You've done these wonderful books.
Mm-hmm.
Your latest one is teen skincare.
Yeah.
Inspired by
morons on TikTok.
Oh, right.
No, my daughter's 23 and my children never really went through it because they had me.
Yeah.
You're not putting that in your face. Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you need to do this now. No, if you're going to wear makeup, you have to wash your face properly. So they had me, and if anything, I took care of all their friends' faces as well. But it's more obviously the trend was big, and then all the tweens in the shops buying stuff they didn't need. And so it's timely, and it is, taking care of your skin is different to someone my age.
Yeah.
So, and most of the demand came from the parents,
Yes, because they can end up spending a fortune.
And they don't need to.
Yeah.
And also, can we just say no to our children?
Thank you.
Can we just say no? I did Irish, the Irish AM program, and they said, what about, it was in the height of it, and what do you think about all these tweens and teens, and they're in the shops and they're buying all these creams? And I just said, well, where are the parents?
Yeah.
If it's not, so my theory is you're either stupid enough to buy it for them because you don't want to let them down. I'm sorry, just say no.
Yeah.
Just say no. Or the alternative is they do have a Saturday job. Say they're 15, 16. They've saved up their own money. They go and buy a moisturiser for 80 quid. Let them make that mistake because they're only going to do it once.
Yeah.
They're only going to do it once. And it's an expensive mistake to make, but you can't catch them at every drop. Just don't let them buy something that's going to make their skin fall off.
Yeah.
And that's where this comes in, guiding hand for the parent and the teen who reads it. So I try my best not to be condescending or patronising. I also try not to be down with the kids because I'm a 55-year-old grandmother. So I just talk to them the way I spoke to my own kids, which, touch wood, was successful.
Love that. Love that. And what's next?
Well, we just got investment in Skin Rocks.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's horrific, isn't it?
It's a journey.
A journey is a nice word. I mean, I like to think that the drive home is a journey, but this was almost sadistic. It was like nearly 2 years of pretty much just torture. I understand why less than 2% of VC money goes to women. It's because most women go, this, I can't be doing with this. I'll do something else.
So it was 2 years ago you decided.
20 months ago. We knew down the road we'd probably need investment.
Yeah.
So we started the process literally 21 months ago and only got the investment just Maundy Thursday, just before Easter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you feel that being a woman made it more difficult?
Infinitely harder.
In what way?
I mean, we could be here for hours. The questions they ask you, I felt like I was on the job interview circuit and like a young woman with 2 kids, because I thought I'd been here before. And it's when I was younger, wasn't married, because we had 2 kids, then we got married, then we had another 2 kids, everything back to front. I think when we eventually got married, my mother was like, oh, thank you, God. And I had flashbacks to being like in my early 20s and being sort of dismissed because I was a woman. And I was just like, wow, you people think because you have money, you know everything there is to know about business, and especially my business, and you don't. Yeah. I'm the expert. I mean, we spoke to one who said, when you think, how did we sit through that? Because Alex, my MD, we've been friends for decades and she's my right hand. We do it together. So we would do the meetings and they would ask you things and you'd look at each other and go, when you know someone, so you go, did that come out of their mouth? And one said, well, of course, if we came on board, we'd have to use some of the investment to hire a consultant to teach us about the beauty industry because, we've never done beauty before. And I literally went, that is literally what I did for 15 years before I started this brand. We will not be spending money on hiring someone else that I probably trained.
Yeah. Gosh.
Just say you don't get it. Why can't a certain demographic of men say, I actually don't have much experience here, so we'll be led by you, but we trust your instinct? Pay me a compliment.
Or not even take the meeting in the first place.
Yeah. Why are you here?
Yeah.
And one of them, I said, would you ask me that if I had a penis?
And how did he react?
Oh, well, I'm like, no, let's save yourself. I think if I had been doing those meetings when I was perimenopausal, I'd have been a wreck or arrested. But because I was post-menopausal and never been more comfortable in my own skin, I was just like, you know what? In my head, I'd already checked out. And if I've checked out, you'll know. And we know each other really well, Al and I. So if she checked out, I'd think, well, this isn't going to go anywhere, so we might as well wrap it up.
Yeah.
And vice versa. And I'd just be like, oh, I hate you so much. I'm annoyed that I'm letting you sit at my table.
Yeah. And take up my time and my life.
Yeah. What a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like we would come out and go, what a gigantic waste of time that was. And you just think, why would you take the meeting? So I would, and I will talk more on it, as the time goes on, because it's still fresh. It's still like, you feel like you've been through a war.
Actually, it's quite traumatic.
It's really traumatic.
I hate to use that word, but
no, it is.
It is.
And you're constantly underestimated, constantly undermined, if you allow yourself to be.
Yeah.
And we would just sit there and the arms would cross and our body language would be, which if you're in any kind of a relationship with a woman, you will know that this means we're not going to dinner, we're not going to have your mother to stay, and I'm not going to take your investment.
Yeah.
You're not welcome, get out. It's just mind-blowing. And some of the women were the worst.
Oh, no. That really does sadden me.
It's like you make a big deal about being an investment brand for women and you're actually a psycho. Great. Love that for me.
Okay.
But we got there in the end.
This season's podcast is sponsored by one of my favourite supplements, Gold Collagen. I've always believed that style isn't just about what we wear. It's about how we feel and how we hold ourselves. And for me, feeling confident really starts with how I look after myself. If we feel good, we look good. That's why I wanted to share a brilliant addition to my daily routine. I've been taking Gold Collagen Forte Ageless for 6 months now, and it's become such an effortless part of my daily routine. I love the simplicity of all my supplements being packed into a little glass bottle that I can slip into my bag and sip at my convenience during the day. And it's truly delicious. I see it as a treat to self. It's packed with 12 grams of hydrolyzed marine collagen and also contains elastin, ceramides, pro-retinol, and lots of other ingredients that your body will thank you for. They all work together as a general wellness supplement to support my skin, hair, nails, from the inside out, as well as my joints and overall energy levels during the day. I noticed a difference within a matter of weeks. For me, great style starts from within. If we feel great, that inner confidence truly shines through. Enjoy 20% off the full Gold Collagen range at goldcollagen.com with code AMANDA20. You got there in the end, and where will this next chapter take you, do you
Well,
hope?
we launch Skin Rocks Pro
Yeah.
in the autumn, so we're going into clinics and treatment rooms.
And what will that mean?
Well, it means that people can take the product we have,
Yeah.
and we're obviously adding to the range for
Oh, I
professional
see.
use only,
Yes.
and then you can go for a Skin Rocks facial.
Fantastic.
Or 2 or 3.
Or how
So
often do you do your own facials?
hardly ever. I'm just daily maintenance. And the thing is, in the early days, I could go over incognito. It's fantastic. Soon as you're known in the industry, if I go for a facial and I use my name, I either get the trainer or the brand founder. I don't get the real experience.
Yeah.
You know the old saying how the Queen used to think that the world smelled of paint because 10 feet in front of her, someone was doing this.
Yes.
It is like that. So I don't really go for a lot of, I've got friends like Teresa Tarmy's a great friend of mine. I'd go and see her in a heartbeat. And I generally say to people, if I'm going for a treat and I know that the facialist or the body massage or whoever knows who I am, they kind of have a panic. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why? I
Yeah.
promise you I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I know you're going to do good work. I trust your hands. I will be asleep before you even start to cleanse.
Yeah.
Please don't stress. So
Skin Rocks Pro.
yeah.
And
then
that,
expansion,
Yeah.
worldwide, but I'm not in a rush. And certainly now with America, I'm a bit like, let's just wait and see what happens.
yes, because you don't know if your product's going to cost 5 times as much over there. And will you expand your range at all, or are you done now?
No, we've still got a few more bits we need to have sort of a full routine because, the business was very bootstrap and white knuckled. We did it from scratch. So it's not like we had no investment. People used to say, so why launch with 2 retinoids? And I literally said, because that's all that was ready.
Yeah.
We didn't have the money or in previous investment, I funded it. So we didn't have the investment to go, let's launch 15 SKUs straight from the off. We're done a full collection. No, we just made what was ready. And then when we got some money from that, we made another product. And that is how we built the business. It was brick by brick. So we still have plenty of products we can make. I don't want to flood the market. I don't want to become a brand that just makes product for the sake of it.
What would be your ultimate number of products, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know, because there will be things that come up and you think, well, we could make that a bit stronger. We could tweak that, but we still need to keep one here for people who have sensitive skin. So I don't know. I don't see us going more than like 50, which is insane.
And would you ever go into makeup?
No, probably lip.
Yeah.
Because I love a lip balm, some kind of a lip oil, because then you can still have the treatment side of it and with a bit of colour.
Yeah.
I love a lip product. So yeah, but the makeup scene for me, I used to say in the early days, and I've always stuck to it, let the makeup artist make makeup.
Yes.
And let the skincare people do faces, do skin. When they tend to cross is when you get issues. Like makeup brands don't make great skincare. We just don't.
Yeah.
Skincare brands, when they start into makeup, you think, what are you doing? It's not your expertise, And you can bring in experts, but it's still, all that does to me is reinforce that you're not the expert.
That you don't own it, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yep.
I know what I'm good at and we'll stay where we are.
What inspired you to start talking about beauty? Were you always obsessed with it?
No. I suppose I must have been, because my mum and grandmother were both in the industry, but my mum did skincare and makeup. She was a makeup artist. My grandmother was a fragrance specialist for Guerlain by the end. So
how lovely. Shalimar.
I've got all of her certificates and her old fragrance bottles. And so it was just always around. But I never thought of it as a job. I didn't think of it.
Did you always look after your skin incredibly well?
Yeah. My mum was just... As soon as I bought my first bourgeois blusher with pocket money, she said, if you're going to wear makeup, you're going to wash your face properly.
And what did she hand you?
I'm going to say it was Lancôme. Would have been Lancôme. She loved a bit of Lancôme. And now even the smell of Lancôme makes me think of her.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's amazing how memories can be sparked
Oh,
by.
yeah, for sure. Especially with skincare and beauty and fragrance. And people always say it's fragrance, but actually the skincare smells too, Fragrance side, I'm much more reminded of my grandmother,
Yeah.
Shalimar. She always loved a bit of Shalimar.
A bit of
I know, Chamard.
Yeah.
But so I wasn't thinking of it at all. And I did all the usual things. I was a secretary, all the stuff where you think, I don't know what I'm going to do when I grow up. I had a couple of kids and then phoned a friend of mine who was my Clarins rep. Lorraine, I phoned her. I said, look, I really need like a Saturday, Sunday job while the boys are little. And she said, well, actually, we're looking for someone here on Aveda. She had moved and she was on the Aveda counter in Harvey Nichols. And I went and got the job. And on my first day, I was like, I will never work in any other area again. I am home. I'm good. And that was like 30 years ago, nearly 30 years ago.
Were you wearing a uniform for that at the time?
No, just all black. It's Harvey Nichols, darling.
Yeah, darling.
All black.
Darling.
Just black, darling.
Totally fab. Yeah. Now, I have to ask you, as you are sitting here, what is the absolute bare minimum we should be doing?
Well, it depends.
I know it's all written here.
It depends on your age.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if I say to someone our age, SPF, frankly, the ship has sailed. Yeah. All the SPF damage we have at our age is from the 80s. For me, it's the 80s.
It's our teenage years.
Sitting, holding foil, lying on foil, Hawaiian Tropic #2, and you thought you were doing well. Oh, yeah. I'm wearing an SPF. I'm so virtuous.
No, you were speeding up your tan.
Literally, and just baking.
Yeah.
And all of that damage is what's coming out now as sun damage. So if you're young, SPF.
Yeah.
And people think, I'm like, look, okay, here's how we do it. There's two things. You either don't care about getting cancer, fine. If there's no family history of it and you've got an olivey skin, yeah, the odds are low, But if you're ginger, redhead, blue-eyed, blonde, you should be bathing in SPF if you're going out to sunbathe. I'm not talking about applying an SPF 50 head to toe when you're going to work in the winter in London. That's not what I'm talking about. So let's not be pedantic. Or you can go the anti-aging way. Because you have to, if you think of it as a shield, if you start using SPF in your teen years and it becomes a habit, you will scientifically and categorically age slower than someone who doesn't. So go down the anti-aging angle. If you don't want the lines, the wrinkles, everything that people end up complaining about and coming to people like me to fix when you're older, just use SPF. If you're older, then you're already in so you have prevention and then you have repair, and you're already in the repair category. So I'm in the repair category and I will still wear SPF, but the repair is retinoids, vitamin C, proper cleansing. They're the strong basics.
And how deep can product go in from the surface?
Everything is topical. You're talking about the epidermis. If you want to penetrate the dermis, which if you're thinking, it's thinner than a fingernail, you need a needle. So all this talk, again, going back to the SPF conversation and beef tallow, about everything your body puts on it, absorbs, and it gets into your bloodstream, it's a barrier, not a sponge. If that was the case, we wouldn't be able to bathe.
Yeah.
You just have to say that to people and you see them confused. And then, I get people saying, yeah, but I have a HRT patch and that works. So obviously it absorbs it. I'm like, well, HRT is medical and it's under 500 Daltons and that's a whole thing. So if you want to have that conversation, we can do it. And it is in the book. But it's medical. That's why it's a prescription. There are certain products like tretinoin that will penetrate, and that's why it's a drug. So anything you buy from any shop has its limits. It's a cosmetic product. So what you're doing is working on the surface of the skin. So when people say, but you have Botox, well, Botox doesn't do anything for the surface or the texture of your skin. It's for fine lines and wrinkles. That's all it does. So it's when people say, yeah, but she has Botox, it's like this dismissive, that is only useful in one area of taking care of your face. If you have Botox, but you've never used SPF and you've never used skincare, you'll have a straight face, but the texture, you'll be able to see it. It'll have that texture of a skin that's never been properly had acid on it, never had a peel, never used retinoids. So I think it sounds like it's a lot, but the basics are really simple. Wash your face well, wear an SPF if you're young, you're good to go. You don't need to use 15 different steps. And if you're a bit older and you want to do repair, then you're looking at vitamin C, antioxidants, retinoids, that kind of thing. And then you can have specific things for pigmentation. And the pigmentation you have, by the way, is because of the sun that you didn't protect yourself from 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah. And what about collagen taken orally?
Yeah.
There's so much mixed science on
Well, there is, but I'm now a complete convert. Because when it first came out, there wasn't scientific reports because of course the supplement market is sort of crazy, you know. And a lot of people don't do third-party testing. A lot of it is hard to test. And generally, your body, again, is very smart and does a good job. It doesn't ingest collagen and go, oh, hang on, Brian, yep, she says this, she wants this on her hair and her nails. Your stomach goes, well, we'll digest that and we'll just get rid of it. But now there's more studies and they've made it more bioavailable. And so I take protein, I take collagen, I take creatine. And in doing that, my nails and my hair grow in ways they haven't done for decades.
Creatine for what?
Well, I'm told to take it by the doctor, the hormone doctor, but there's now studies show generally you take it to give you more energy, and it used to just be pushed on men who were doing bodybuilding.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And now there's still that fight back against, oh, I don't want to take that because it makes you put on weight. No, it doesn't.
Because we need the protein.
Yeah, we need the protein, and it's all about strengthening your bones, making sure that I just want to be 80 and be able to carry my own shopping.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I just want to be strong for as long as I can be. I don't want to run a marathon.
Yeah.
The idea of cardio makes me feel physically ill, but I'll lift things. Yeah. I like lifting and I'll walk.
Yeah.
I don't want to run unless I'm being chased by a bear.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you. But I don't want to fall over when I'm 80 and break.
I don't want to be breaking bones
and
hips. Yeah. So fibre, I've had to add a lot of fibre in. You know, we get older and your body just gets depleted.
Yeah, true. Any other projects that you're excited about at the moment?
No, I think we've just focused on really building Skin Rocks, building into the pro arena, which hasn't really been done before. No one opens in retail and then goes pro. You open in pro and then you sort of dilute down into retail. And so we're going up into pro. We're doing it the wrong way round, which is very me.
How does it feel after all those years of reviewing product to be reviewed by the industry, your peers?
Yeah, I'm fine with it because every product I've made from day one, we've clinically trialed everything, including cleansers, which people just don't do. It's expensive, so they don't do it. But you can't rely on your word or marketing anymore. People are too smart. Skincare obsessives are too smart. They're going to ask. And I was one of them in the early days. I would say, well, have you done any clinicals? If you're going to make that claim, do you have a clinical? I have clinicals for everything. So
how does a clinical work?
So your product is given to a lab, third party, put into plain white packaging so no one knows what the product is. It's just labeled. You're given use. They have volunteers and people that they will pay to do the study. And then you can either do a clinical study or a clinical trial. And one is you would be given a product and then you're invited in and asked your feelings about it. How did it make your skin feel? Was it smooth after da-da-da? The other one is literally analysing your skin. So you don't even have to speak. And we use both because it's good to know what customers think about it, which is when they'll say, well, after an hour, my skin still felt so soft or whatever.
Yeah.
But in terms of the clinical studies and the trials, they will literally test. You have just a checklist, test and see if it does this and if it does this. And if it doesn't do that, why is it going to market?
Yeah.
So we can make all of the claims. So I don't worry if someone says something didn't suit them or they had an allergy. Everyone can have an allergy to anything.
Sure.
I mean, it's very rare. We obviously test everything as much as we can. But if something isn't clinically proven, then I'm not going to release it. So I'm confident in the product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I could talk beauty all day with you, but we're actually here to talk about style and
God help us.
Your style.
Oh, God.
So tell me about what you're wearing today.
So I can't remember who it was, but someone said, oh, you're doing Amanda Wakeley's pod. You have to dress like a boss bitch. And I was like, well, I am the boss, so however I dress is what a boss bitch looks like.
Great.
That's where I'm at. You know, my regular uniform is some form of trainer. Yep. I've got huge feet. I've never worn heels.
Lucky you.
Thank God. I have a couple of pairs of heels now, like Suzanne do a 9, and if it's open back and open toe, my foot will fit into it. But I have like 3-4 pairs of heels. Manolo does like a 43. So if it's a sling back, I can get my foot into it.
You can do that.
But during lockdown, I bought a couple of pairs. It just didn't work.
Talk me through.
Donna Ida jeans, Adidas trainers, Latienne sweatshirt. I like them because it's like I also have baboon arms, Amanda. I have really ridiculously long arms.
The sleeves on that are fabulous.
The sleeves are really long, and that's why I like the sweatshirt.
So is this a sort of Caroline uniform?
Kind of.
And your jewellery?
All things that I either bought myself or were gifts. So they all have meaning. I don't really do dress jewellery. I have some nice pieces. I have some vintage Chanel bits I bought during lockdown, like everyone did. Oh, I'm bored. I'm going to see what I can get cheap here. And I'll wear them if I'm going out. But my day-to-day jewellery is sentimental.
Yeah. And happy to wear it around London.
Oh, yeah. I'm a Londoner.
Now, you grew up in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Scouser.
Yep.
Were you very aware of your mother's style?
Yeah, and my grandmother more, because I spent a lot of time with my nana when my mum was working and stuff, and she would always do, like, neither of them would go to the post office without a red lip. Just northern, not happening.
Yeah.
Would never go out the house. But they were the generation where now in Liverpool, it's the joke is, you'll go out in your rollers, you have a curly blow, you'll go out, the girls get there, they take their hair out.
Yes.
My mum would never have ever let anyone see her in her rollers. Ever. Always immaculate. Always.
And what of your mother and your grandmother has rubbed off on you?
Not that. Not that. I frequently go to the office with my hair in a bun and no makeup if I'm filming later in the day, and I'll get ready at the office. But if I was going to work, I would show up every day with hair and makeup done. I mean, that far. I wouldn't worry about a heel or a skirt. I would still dress like me, but you have to look showered and put together. I see some of the younger generations and I think, you're not going to a rave, love.
Yeah.
Why are you in cut-off denim shorts? Where are you going?
Yeah.
And I think it's disrespectful, to be honest. I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm Gen X. Like, you turn up, you work your ass off.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't get me into trouble.
Yeah, no. I could continue that conversation, but I won't. We'll get us both in trouble. Do you remember the first time that clothes impacted how you felt? Putting something on that just made you feel different, empowered, elevated?
Do you know that what the sad thing is, not really until I was much older.
And when was that? Was that teens? Was that early 20s?
No, I'm talking 50s recently. Clothes to me were a utility.
And then what changed? What was
I
your
lost
light
weight and I
bulb
made
moment?
money.
Yeah. And did your style, when you lost weight and more to the point made money, did your style change seismically then?
No, I just wore better quality of the things I had before.
Right.
And things, I had more choice because more expensive fashion generally doesn't cater to bigger people. And so I had more choice. I have more choice. I'm at the point in my life now where I can go into most shops and something might fit me, whereas for decades that wasn't the case, so I never went. I mean, I still would not go into Zara and expect anything to fit me.
You make it sound like you lost a lot of weight. Did you?
I've lost like 3.5 stone.
My God.
But I carry it because I'm 5'10".
Yes, because I never thought of you as having...
I can show you my fat pictures, and I call them fat pictures. I was fat. I'm not trying to be... My beef with the body positive movement is you can't have it both ways, because it literally means feeling positive about your body. And I did not feel positive about my body, and I wanted to lose weight. And that's on me. That's my story. And I won't be shamed into saying I was overweight. I was fat. But I also was perimenopausal and had no clue.
Yeah.
No one talked about it 15 years ago. I had no idea. I just thought that white carbs were a food group and red wine was something you ingested daily. Like, no one spoke about it. And I wondered why I was growing around the middle. I'd always been bigger, but always had like a flat stomach. I'd managed to keep a flat stomach. And then that disappeared. And I was like, what is happening? And I was bloated. I was overweight. I was miserable. And I was in this perpetual cycle of being tired, brain fog, eating more, putting on more weight and thinking, what am I doing wrong? Now I look back and I think, well, you didn't move around enough. You ate the wrong stuff. You were drinking too much. And too much, by the way, when you're menopausal is anything really, to my mind. And more importantly, you weren't on HRT.
Yeah. You
were perimenopausal and no one spoke about it.
And so going on HRT, was that the sort of catalyst?
Life-changing.
And did that lead you to a healthier lifestyle, or what was the catalyst there?
My mum dying was the catalyst because she was so frail that and this is only 2023. So I'd lost weight before. About in 2018, I did that metabolic diet and I lost weight. But I was so restricted in what I could eat that I was like, oh, this isn't enjoying life.
Yeah.
Then I got on HRT and started to feel more myself in my head.
Yeah.
And it's just a process. And now I know it's a process. And now I can see my friends going through it. And I will message them on Instagram and go, oh, no. You're not supposed to wake up at 2 a.m. full of dread. Go and see a doctor. You might need progesterone. And I'll just tell them. But no one told us. We had no idea.
I totally agree. And now I will reach out to any woman that I see that I think is going through
you might
the
need this,
early
you might
symptoms.
Need this. Like,
just
please
go
and talk to a specialist. Don't go. I mean, most women, I started with a GP. I tried the NHS. They put me on one. They put me on estrogen. It was the wrong thing. I had pregnancy symptoms. I couldn't get out of bed. My boobs were... I couldn't go to work. I called in sick. Now, you can imagine. My team were laughing. I don't do sick.
Yeah.
I went back and I said, this isn't for me, it's the wrong one. So they gave me another one. And what I don't like about that is that it's a lottery.
Yeah.
Try this one, try this one. So I went private, got my bloods done, and it was nailed. And that 24 hours later, I woke up and my husband said something like, do you want a tea or whatever? And I went, oh, yes, please. And he went, oh, you're back.
Yeah.
He went, oh, she's back in the room. And I went, what do you mean? He went, well, you just seem more yourself. And I was like, oh, okay. So the HRT was a catalyst because that sorted my brain out.
Yeah.
And then when my mum died, she was so frail and I was cleaning her and helping her off and on the toilet.
Oh.
And I just thought, I'm not doing this to my kids. Not that my mum did it to me. It was a privilege to be there.
Yep.
But in my head, I remember thinking as I was cleaning her and she was lying on the bed, you've got to get your shit together. You've got to get your shit together. And I joined a gym. I told my doctor what I was doing, my hormone doctor. We did bloods and I just was brutally, sadistically, I mean, that was what I did with grief. My grief went into getting fit.
Being focused.
Yeah. 3 days a week, 6 a.m. But the problem was I did it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I never recovered. I was exhausted. It was when I was like at work, because we have optional working on a Monday and a Friday, which means as in working from the office, which means no comes to the office, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone's in there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I follow suit. I'm not going to sit there on my own.
Yeah.
So I would do 6 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But then I didn't have time to recover and I was so exhausted at work. And I work long hours. If I'm in the office, I'm there until I'm done. I don't leave at 5, which is fair. I don't expect that of everyone else. I'm the owner.
Yeah.
People are like, how do you get work-life balance? I go, oh, f*** off. Can I just be honest?
Yeah.
If you want your own business, don't think about work-life balance. And also, that is not a question that ever gets asked to a man.
Yeah.
Where do you find work-life balance? I don't. I work and I have my family. That's all I do. But my work is my vocation. It's my life. I have kids, grandkids, husband, kushti. And what I do with my life is everything else is this. All of my friendship group is in beauty. It was Sam McKnight's birthday party. And it's like seeing everyone you know. I mean, it was horrendously packed. And I don't know how he coped. I left after an hour. I was like, you have a great time. I love you. Happy birthday. I'm off for sushi. It's not my bag. Especially when you don't drink.
Yeah.
Not that.
So you've given up drinking?
No, I drink. I just never get drunk.
Yeah. Anymore?
No. And so, I went to the gym and then about maybe last September, October, I spoke to a doctor and they just said, you're burnt out. You're exhausted. And I said, I'm going to winter. I'm going to do wintering. And I didn't go to the gym and I haven't been back properly since. I will.
And so how are you rebooting yourself?
For now, I feel like the investment process took over everything as well.
Yeah.
So the investment process, burning myself out by working out too much, not running from grief, but pummeling grief into doing something for myself and trying to be positive. So I still do everything. I still track my food. And it's only so I can keep check of myself because my tendency is to go, that's nice, let's eat 15 of them, And I do a protein shake, which I put everything in. I take my supplements, I take my HRT, I'm up early, I don't drink. I'm wise with how I spend my time. Because when I think, speaking from my experience, when your mother passes, it's untethering. That's the thing. You feel untethered. And I've chosen to see that as a freedom, not a bereavement.
Yeah.
So you feel the bereavement, it's never going to leave me. But the freedom is, well, actually, the cheeky freedom is I don't have to worry if I swear on Instagram. Like it's that kind of sadistic, like you're a child, I don't want to disappoint my mum. The irony being, my brother and I were her proudest achievement. She never made me feel like I was a disappointment, but I'm better with my time. And I have a lot of dark humor that the office tell me off about because they'll say, they know, they laugh immediately because they'll say, so you've got a meeting, and I go, that could have been an email. I'm going to be dead soon. I can't sit in another office for an hour with people. Is it a decision or is it a conversation? If it's a conversation, you guys have it and bring it to me when you need a decision.
Yeah.
I don't need to be there for 2 hours while we look at colours.
I love that.
I don't need to be there for 2 hours while we look at colours, guys. I'm going to be dead soon. And they go, don't say that. And I'm like, I'm not being dramatic. I'm telling you that in my head, I am now the matriarch of the family, but I'm only 55. I'm it. So I have to take care of myself. I've got a husband, 4 children, 3 children. Who did I just get rid of? 4 children, 2 grandchildren, and a team that rely on me. I have to be fit. I have to be healthy. I have to be focused. And I have to be taking care of me. And I'm very, very good at saying no.
Interesting that you talk about the sort of unleashing when your mother died. Did that affect your style at all?
No, my mum was always much more stylish than me. My mum Zara was her home planet. So because she didn't have tons of money, she had a pension, but she's the kind of person that, I don't know about you, but I've never been able to find anything on Vinted or Primark or Zara and thought, I look amazing. That's just me. And I see my friends or the girls I'm working with, that's lovely. Where's that from? They go Primark. I go, really? Not because I don't expect it, but because I've never been able to do that. I don't have an eye for going, oh, that would look great and great together. My mum did, my grandmother did. I did not inherit that from them. My daughter has it. It completely bypassed this body.
Do you ever shop with your daughter?
Oh, God, no. No.
Does she have views on what you wear?
Oh, yes. But she knows that I'm confident in my style. And the good thing about my daughter is I've never and I would never tell her I didn't like what she was wearing. Or sometimes when she was younger, I'd say, I can see your vagina. Please put something longer on. But that's a mother's instinct. I don't want you to bend over and be showing the family jewels to anyone on the number 10 bus, But in terms of what she wears, no, she's immaculate. Knock yourself. She's 23. Mm. The body of a 20. I mean, I can't believe her body came out of my body some days. You look and you go, wow, I did well. You're welcome, world.
Oh,
look at that bod. And my boys, like they're all Amazonian. They're all 6'5". Ava's 5'11". She says she's 5'10". They have this weird thing, Gen Z, about not wanting to be too tall. And I'm like, I'm 5'10".
Own it.
Medically 5'10". I literally get measured at the doctors. You, my darling, are 5'11" and probably 6'3" in heels. No, I'm not. Oh my God. So her style's great. I'm comfortable in a really good fitting jean. What I buy now that I've taken better hold of my body shape and I have more money is a better fitting jean, a better fitting shirt.
And so those better fitting jeans come from Donna Ryder. Always Donna Ryder?
Now they are, yeah. I just text her and I go, you bastard, you're going to cost me 500 quid. Because she wears them and she's got, like Donna jokes, she has no legs, but she's no body, all leg. Yeah. I am the opposite. I am all body and arm, short legs, but I'm 5'10". It doesn't make sense. And so a lot of her jeans, now she knows my shape. I'm like, are they going to fit me? She's like, no, babes, they're too long. I'm like, bitch. So.
And you're always in a sneaker. You never even wear a flat form? Or...
I will wear a male Hermes sandal. The women's don't fit me, so I wear the men's. People can't tell the difference.
But actually, I prefer a man's last. Someone was giving me some beautiful velvet slippers the other day, and it was Penelope Chilvers, and I said, I want the men's ones, please, because
they look nicer, they're smarter, they last longer.
They just have a cooler last than the women's do on a woman.
I wear Otto and Ivy shoes because she's for big-footed women. So I have a couple of pairs of their heels, but I don't find them comfortable.
Yeah.
I think they're so overrated in terms of fashion. People are like, I love my shoes. I'm like, oh, go with God. It's not for me. But I have about 75 pairs of Adidas.
Wow.
They're 50, 60 quid.
And are you into any of the collabs that they do?
Not really. I mean, I got a Wales Bonner top from Net-a-Porter, but only because it was in the sale. And it was nice and kind of cream with the stripes. It was nice. I go for what I like. I don't follow any trends. I'm sorry. I'm like the worst possible person to interview. I couldn't tell you what's trendy.
Do you know what? Everyone has their own style. Yeah. This has nothing to do with trend. It's about how do you describe your style DNA in 3 words?
Oh, God. Comfortable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know what to say. Confident, because I'm confident in what I wear. Comfortable, confident, maybe relaxed. I've never had the opportunity to be a fashion junkie, so I feel like it's bypassed me and now I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like I've never been, oh my God, I've got to get this bag, I've got to get these shoes. Now that I can have it, I don't go out of my way to get it.
But you do care to the extent that you have a lovely Birkin or...
Yeah, I don't care about following a trend. If the trend happens to be something that I know will look good on me, then yeah, I'll have it. And the other thing I learned early on from mum and my grandmother was if something looks good on you and you love it and you can afford it, buy it in more than one colour. So I do that. You know, with Donna's jeans, if I see it in the pale denim, I'll get the dark denim too because I know they're going to fit me. I know what waist I am now. I mean, for years, I wouldn't try things on in shop because I was too embarrassed because they wouldn't fit. Oh. And now I never looked, don't get me wrong, I didn't look morbidly obese, but I was always uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was just so uncomfortable and it got worse during menopause and it only started to get better when I got on HRT and got my act together.
Do you feel healthier?
I am healthier now, literally and biologically, at 55 than I was at 35.
That's great.
And I mean, the most unhealthy I've ever been was like between 40 and 46.
Good old perimenopause.
Horrendous. Some people, they sail through it and some people don't, and I did not.
Yeah.
And the problem is I did all of mine online.
Wow.
So it's a miracle I got a career, really, because, part of my early, reputation was, it was like, it depends who you're speaking to. You're either confident or gobby. Oh, she's so opinionated. And I'd be like, well, don't ask me my opinion if you don't want it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah. Do you have a style icon?
Oh, I mean, like Grace Kelly in any Alfred Hitchcock film, To Catch a Thief. I mean, in terms of just people who are well put together. I'm just always impressed when I think, oh God, they look great. Like you look fantastic. You walk downstairs, I was like, oh my God, look, you look fantastic. I just like appreciating other people.
But are you inspired by other people, or are you just into your own thing?
I just know what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just know what I like. I'm also not easily led. I know my own mind. So if someone, for example, I'll give you the worst example, and I don't want to be rude. It's just when I do a shoot and they say the stylist needs your sizes, I go, no, thank you. No,
Have you ever been really taken out of your comfort zone doing shoots?
Yeah.
And
only once. Never again.
And what was it? Tell me about it.
It was for a big Sunday supplement.
And
it was just things I would never wear.
And you allowed yourself to be persuaded into them?
Yeah, but with the sort of different caveats of like, well, I'm not wearing that top. I'll put my T-shirt underneath the blazer that I would never wear. What is it about put a blazer on, people think it makes you like a businesswoman?
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Mark Zuckerberg never suffered from that, did he?
No. Or Steve Jobs?
No. Black T-shirt and jeans.
Yep.
Someone said, oh, you're going to do Amanda? Oh, you should wear a blazer. I literally want to go, off.
I mean, I so rarely wear a blazer for this interview anyhow.
I've got a few, and when I wear them, I think, it's a bit annoying.
What do you reach for when you want to feel empowered?
I don't think I get that from clothes.
Your Birkin?
No.
So you never leave home without your jewellery.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever leave home without your makeup if you're going to a business meeting? No, it's a respect thing for me. I would always show up. And that's just how I was raised and how I am. If people don't want to wear makeup now, that's fine. But I do have a bit of judgment. I can't help it. If you, like we had investors who would come to the meeting and they look like kids coming away from Glastonbury. And I'd be like, what do you think you can teach me about running a business when you can't even wash your clothes? Sorry, but how you present yourself to the world is important to me. And so what are you saying to the world about how you present yourself?
I mean, I am what I am. I don't want to sound like Gloria Gaynor. I just did, didn't I? I'm confident in what I wear. For me, I suppose the empowering thing is literally showering, doing your hair, putting your makeup on. But I don't need that to be empowered. I already feel empowered.
If you're unsure of the dress code when you're going to something, what would you reach for?
Black. Funeral clothes.
Have you ever had your colours done?
No, but funny enough, a friend of mine last night said they had booked to have their colours done. The person let them down, so they put it into ChatGPT and got their colours, and it worked. You can take a picture of yourself, like torso and head, 2 pictures, you load it up, and it gives you your colours, and apparently they were her colours.
Fascinating.
I mean, I don't want to put people out of a job, but I haven't had my colours done, but I know what I would never wear. I instinctively go for colours that match my personality.
And so what would those be, other than the black?
Colour. I very rarely wear black. I mean, it's ironic I'm wearing it today.
I don't think I've seen you.
Yeah, that comes from doing years of retail where you had to wear black. When I left Space NK, when I left the shop floor, I literally threw all of my black clothes away.
Yeah.
I had to buy black clothes for my grandmother's funeral in 2014.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I didn't own any black clothes.
Do you have what I would call a capsule wardrobe?
Yeah. I have the aforementioned shoes, who, by the way, have never sent me a bloody pair of trainers. Can you believe that? I've got a big following, Adidas. Hook me up. Jeans.
Yep.
Me&M trousers. A lot of Me&M trousers. And sort of basic colour T-shirts or band T-shirts, depending on where I'm going. Few nice shirts from like APC. And then about 6 or 7 denim shirts.
And if you're going to a glitzy black tie event, what would you be found in?
Well, now I've got a couple of like Max Morris silk shirts. I did have a couple of Vampire's Wife blouses, but I've worn them so much that they now have to go to the fashion history. I can't wear them anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, the pads have been dry cleaned so much they're almost crunchy. So a silk blouse, gold jewelry, some kind of an evening trouser, and then depending on where I'm going, it depends on the shoe. I've got fancy trainers, depending on who it is, or a heel if I have to.
And are you a bag person?
Yes, that's my vice.
Big collection?
Yeah.
Do you ever resell?
No, not yet.
Just gather.
Gather.
And do you ever in the morning think,
Yes.
I want to carry
Yes.
that bag?
Yes.
So I'm going to dress around it.
I anticipate what you're going to say. Yes. No, I don't even dress around the bag. The bag just is. That's my bag. Like my trainers don't match my bag today. I don't care. That is the bag I'm using.
What's your absolute favourite bag in your collection?
The one I've got today.
In a gorgeous royal blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How recent?
Oh, I didn't buy my first designer handbag until I was 50 years old. I couldn't afford it. We had 4 kids in central London.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford it. I didn't go into Chanel to buy a handbag until I was 50.
And have you ever bought a bag or a piece of jewellery to mark time for getting an investment, to, publishing a book?
No, not really. I've had some nice bits from my husband for birthdays and Christmas. That's because I go and tell him what to buy. Go and buy me that.
Send a link.
Yeah. Buy this, do not deviate from said list.
And have your Hermes bags been difficult to buy? Because, we hear all these stories about, back in the day when I bought a few, you had to be chosen.
Oh, they're not new, Amanda.
Oh, they're
all vintage.
Okay.
Oh, I wouldn't go into Hermes and buy a real Birkin. As in a Birkin, don't get me wrong, they're not fake. I wouldn't go into Hermes and try and be served with I'm not putting myself through that palaver.
And so where do you source them?
I use Parisian Suite, Jack from Parisian Suite. I've used Vestiaire, those kind of places where I know that they check the bag out for me.
Yeah.
I don't have a load of Birkins, by the way. I just went a bit mad during lockdown. I do have quite a few Chanel.
Right.
But I don't flash them about. I don't talk about them on social media. If I'm seen with one, and I don't know why, it's like, I think it's the working class thing and a Scouse thing. Who she thinks she is, look at her. She's forgotten where she comes from. She has. It's in my head all the time. I haven't, but I don't want to give the image that, I've got a Chanel for every day. It's not me.
And does it ever bother you, the massive margins
Yes.
that those luxury houses?
Oh, I don't do it anymore. Like, I've stopped. I had a couple of years where the business did really well and I did really well, and I just went, oh, yeah, handbag. And I would just go, oh, I haven't got a yellow one. That's how bad it got.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't got a yellow one. I have now. But if I saw one, I would go, oh, I would be tempted. But I'm talking, they've doubled. I am not going to spend £10,000 on a Chanel handbag.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm never going to spend £15,000 on a Birkin.
Yeah.
Ever. I'm too working class.
Yeah.
But I do like a good deal on a vintage.
Love that. Love that. Would you say you've had a worst fashion moment?
I think my worst fashion moment would be when I felt bad about my body, didn't have any money, and could just afford basics. And I think that's where my love of basics came from. I know what will suit me by looking at it, which is why the reason, by the way, I don't like to use stylists is because I don't want to upset anyone or offend anyone. It's not because I'm being a bitch and I think I can do it better. I respect their job. I also have I would say anxiety, using the word loosely. I have the worry and the anxiety that I'll be embarrassed because they'll bring something I don't fit into. And even though now I don't really care, I'd be like, oh, it doesn't fit me, even after I've lost weight, I'd make a joke of it. But there's that part of me that is I know what I like. I'm not going to wear something just for the sake of it. Whereas my daughter loved the idea of the stylist and put on everything she bought straight away. Can I keep it? Like, totally into it. And I was just like, I'm good, I'll bring my clothes. And it worked really well. What I brought to the shoot worked really well. So my worst fashion moments would be when I look back at pictures and think, I look miserable. I was always worried that, T-shirts never cover quite the arm you want it to cover. So now if I find a really good T-shirt, I don't care how much it is. If it comes to here, I'm buying 4. Like if it covers.
Who's doing really good T-shirts for you?
Frame do a really good T-shirt. Totemi, is it Totemi?
Totem, yeah.
Totem. See, don't even know how you say it.
Doesn't matter.
Totem, good T-shirts. I don't buy cheap t-shirts because they don't last. I've also realised the false economy of cheap fast fashion.
Yeah.
It's a false economy. Now, I know that if that's your only choice, that's your only choice. And I've been there for most of my life. So now I'm like, no, I'll buy the one that's 60 quid and it's going to last me. I mean, I bought a frame one and it was like 120 quid. The old me would never have spent that on a t-shirt. But I put it on and it fitted me like silk. And as I was looking on the landing, on the mirror, my husband walked past and went, oh, that looks nice, love. Score. I know when something works.
Mm. I mean, you talk about basics. Do you ever shop at Uniqlo?
No. Weird, isn't it?
Try it.
Yeah, never.
Because the quality is outstanding.
Yeah, I will.
It really is.
That's my danger, though. As soon as I'm in, I can't stop.
Yeah, but at Uniqlo...
It's a bit easier than doing it at Chanello.
It is. You're absolutely right. And I have to say the quality is it's off the charts good.
Good.
It's really impressive.
I will.
Anyhow, just top tip.
I used to like a bit of like J. Crew in the States, but the Jenna Lyons J. Crew.
I know, and she's gone.
I know.
It's changed.
It really has.
Yeah.
So I just like good quality, good pieces. I don't dress to impress other people. I dress to make sure I look comfortable, I feel comfortable and look like myself.
Is your wardrobe phenomenally organised?
Yes. Yes.
Colour-coded?
Yes. OCD.
How often do you give a
Daily.
big old clear out?
Don't need to.
Because it just goes.
Maintenance. If I haven't worn it, you know the old trick of putting everything in one way in the hanger, and if you haven't turned the hanger by the end of the season, you haven't worn it, get rid.
And you do that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed.
But I've also had to do a big clear out recently because my clothes don't fit anymore. Tops do, but they look baggier. But the trousers, they're beyond being able to be.
And what are you doing with them?
Well, most of them will go to charity.
Yeah.
Literally. I don't sell them. That's also the working class in me. I want to give back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. People are like, put it all on Vinted. I'm like, no, because all I do is put it on Vinted and give the money to charity. I'd rather just give it to a woman's charity or a woman's. For years and years, with the beauty products we had that were in excess, I supported Women's Aid and Refuge in West London.
Lovely.
Tons of it. Yeah. Because these women have nothing. They leave with nothing. Yeah. And so most of the trousers that don't fit me anymore, that are beyond being able to even be taken in, because it's quite noticeable around the middle when you lose the weight.
And it's a science, the fit of trousers.
Yeah. So I have got a good seamstress who's good at taking them up, but taking them in is a different ball game. So that I've got like 20 pairs of M&M trousers that I've had to, they'll go to a charity. So they go to charity, and I...
Ever do Smart Works?
No, but that is one that has been recommended to me, which I would happily do. I've got a new batch to do. I'll get the details and do it. I give everything away. Yeah. I give everything away. I've never sold. I've never done eBay. I've never done anything. It all goes to charity or a charitable thing.
Does your daughter borrow your bags at all?
Well, I think my daughter has stolen a few of my things and then lied about it. But I know a cleaner stole my yellow Marc Jacobs bag and I was gutted. It was just a beautiful yellow leather, just one of the first ones I bought was really nice, and it suddenly disappeared and I was like, where's that? And then I realised, I know where that went. And it was the first cleaner I ever had. Who gets a cleaner when they're working class from up north? You know, when I got a cleaner, I was like, oh my God, I can't tell anyone in the family I've got a cleaner. How mortifying. And now I'm like, oh my God, if she goes on holiday, I'm going to have a heart attack. Because still with the boys, when you've got boys, I'm sorry, I don't believe in this, have it all, do it all. I do it all. You know, I don't want to go home and then clean. I did that for 35 years. I'm good now. I have a cleaner. I treat her like royalty. I pay her more than she would get if we take care of her. I pay her holiday. I pay her if she's sick. Yeah. She brings her baby. Like whatever you need to never leave my life. Whatever you need. I'd rather lose my husband than my cleaner. And he feels the same way about me.
Okay. Let's talk about travel. You're constantly hopping on and off planes.
Yes.
Do you have a go-to travel look?
Comfort. Depending on the time of year, trainers I can slip on and off, or the MS sandal, really good for travel. Slip them on and off. Usually a M&M track pant of some sort.
Good packer, bad packer?
Excellent packer.
Luggage of choice?
Rimowa.
Wheelie?
Yeah, always. Got to. Wheelie. I mean, I can do 2 full-size cases for 3 days. I don't decant. I'll take my full beauty collection in one case and then I'll split the weight between 2. Clothes are not, I spend a week packing my toiletries. Clothes, I don't care. No, I've got a uniform. 3 pairs of jeans. Where am I going? 3 pairs of jeans. I need 2 shirts. I need 3 tops, socks, bras, knickers.
And if you're going to a beach, that type of holiday, what will you be wearing?
Bikini, swimsuit, jean shorts and a vest top. Just easy, chill.
Yeah.
I'm not going to... I mean, I bought a...
So you're not floating around in caftans?
No, caftans at my height make you look like you're trying to hide something, and I've just lost weight. I will wear that ribbed vest until I die. I'm now like, oh, look, I have a shape. Caftan to me is a tent. I'm not a fan of them anyway. Never mind actually wearing one.
Would you say you've got a guilty secret brand?
I mean, surely the answer to that is going to be like the Chanel or the Birkin or the Hermes.
Yeah.
Because I don't flash them about. I just think it's a bit crass.
Mm.
You know, I would never do like, when I see influencers doing like unboxings of Chanel and Hermes, I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just can't. People love it. Knock yourself out.
Yeah. Yes.
It's just not for me.
Yeah. High street favourite brand?
Is M&M High Street?
No.
Cézanne, M&M. Well, the thing is, problem is, High Street never used to fit me.
Even M&S?
No, I hate M&S clothing. I'm sorry.
Still?
Yeah, no. M&S food, yeah. I don't like their bras. Their knickers have gone down in quality. Sorry, M&S, but you got to up your game.
Because everyone's talking about the resurgence and...
No, they're liars.
Well,
if I had to shop in M&S, I would think I was old. Sorry, I love M&S food hall.
And does your daughter shop there at all?
Oh, God, no. God, no. She wouldn't be seen dead in M&S. I'm sorry, they might be trying to have their resurgence, but I think it's marketing. You can use all the Holly Willoughbys you want, love. I ain't buying it. Sorry. And you can use that clip. I don't care. Oh, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Would you go into M&S? Where?
This entire suit is M&S.
Well, it looks nice on you. If you can find me, I will go shopping with you to M&S.
I'll pay you.
Okay, fine. And
Yes.
Uniqlo, I'm excited about that.
Take her to Uniqlo.
There's one in High Street Ken, we're sorted.
Yeah. Go early. Though,
Anthropology.
Before it gets busy.
Anthropology I like, but again,
Yeah.
it's not really High Street.
No.
I can't do Zara. Also, Zara, no offence, gives me PTSD with Mum. It was her favourite shop.
Yeah.
It's like Chanel number 5. If I
Yeah.
smell it, I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Also, the customer service in Zara is the worst in the world. Why would you put yourself through that and give them your money?
Mm.
It makes no sense to me. Here, take my money. Please treat me like shit. Sorry.
You're off to M&S.
I am now.
Yeah. We'll have to do part 2, girls.
What other high street is there that I'm not thinking of then? Tell me. Topshop's gone.
Topshop's gone. You're right. Cos.
I have had the odd bit of COS in the past. Yeah.
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 Because I can see you in Cos.
Yeah. Good
'Cause-
basics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I've had the odd bit of COS.
Yeah. Guilty secret. Most expensive item of clothing that you've ever bought. I'm not asking the price tag.
It would be a Balenciaga or a Bottega dinner jacket or fitted blazer.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, gorgeous.
And you still have that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
Big
to
time.
bury that with me. My daughter's not selling that one dead.
What's your approach to sustainable fashion?
Well, I've never bought fast fashion, ever. I've never used Shein,
Yep.
ever. I did ASOS for a little bit, but I just found the quality wasn't great and it didn't fit properly. So that I just didn't bother. But in terms of sustainability, I think I am quite sustainable because I will wear something until it's threadbare.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's good.
I'll wear something until it's threadbare and then I pass it on for someone else. Not the threadbare things, like the things that don't fit me anymore.
Yeah. No, that fully answers that
Oh,
question.
good.
Do you buy vintage at all?
No, because I have a weird thing about, this is go back to my OCD, which is under control, but when I was a teenager, it was pretty rampant. Vintage stores and antique stores. I'm allergic to dust, which I only discovered.
Right. Yeah.
I'm allergic to shellfish, which I discovered by turning into Will Smith from Hitch in my 40s. It came with perimenopause. So I'm in A&E, palms of my hands, all over my head, covered in red bumps all over. And then they sent me to the Brompton for allergy testing. And my husband came to pick me up and he said, what are you allergic to? Then I said, shellfish and dust. And he went, oh, you'd never know because I clean like a maniac. So antique stores, no. I went into a vintage store at the weekend thinking, oh, I'll get a nice vintage band t-shirt for Glastonbury, thinking, oh, you know.
Yeah.
I walked in and I went and I touched them and went, oh, and the musty smell. No, can't do it. And vintage clothing does not fit me because designer clothing back in the day, nothing you imagine me trying to fit into a Chanel suit from the 60s? Come on. It fit one leg.
Body shapes have changed, haven't
Body
they?
shapes have
Let's put it that
changed.
way.
I have the build of a rugby player. So I'm not going to be buying designer vintage. I can buy some designers now. Stella McCartney, longest arms.
Yes.
I'm like flapping. Thanks,
Love
Stella.
it.
So I can wear some designer clothes now. But in my head, I will always be too big for designer fashion, even though I'm not now.
Yeah.
But in
so-
my head, you never lose it.
Mm.
And the things with skin, if someone had acne as a teenager, they still think they have an acneic skin when they're 30, 40, 50, when they don't.
Yeah.
It's just the brain.
What's the oldest piece in your wardrobe?
My wedding dress.
Tell me about your wedding dress.
It was a red satin. It wasn't even silk. Red satin, A-line, floor-length dress from Whistles. It was £90 in 1994. I got married the week before Christmas. I'm a Liverpool fan. It was red. My favourite colour.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I wore, and it was complete, like sleeveless A-line all the way down to the floor, and it was perfect for our wedding day. I told all my family I was wearing red. I said, wear red. I'm not in white. You know, wear what you want. My mum wore a red outfit. My best friend wore red. So, my
Proper
wedding dress.
Liverpool wedding.
Yeah, except we got married in Fulham.
Have you ever worn it again?
No, I couldn't even get it over my head. I didn't have boobs when I got married. I hadn't breastfed 4 kids.
Let's spin on some quickfire questions. Fashion advice you'd give your 20-year-old self?
Don't worry about fashion. Wear what you want.
Fashion trend or era you'd most like to see make a comeback?
Doris Day, like 1950s, 60s. The coat, the matching coat and the button down like Jackie O, you know. I would look ridiculous, but I would still wear it.
Fashion or beauty trend that you would consign to room 101?
Oh, so many. So many. Most things. Beauty trend I'd consign to 101. Sheet masks.
Last impulse buy?
Well, a Fendi handbag in Harrods that I saw in the ad and thought, I really want that handbag. It looks amazing. I used it last night for said party and I don't like it. It's the one from the ad. You pull the drawstrings, it makes it squishy. I got the beigey one. I didn't get black because I thought, no, because if you get black, you can't really see what it is. Get the beige one, be brave. It's all good and well doing that. There's 2 faults. It doesn't have an internal pocket. So your lipstick's flying free, commando. Not good. So I then had to find like the tiniest bag I had to put my makeup in it so I don't get a makeup brush all over it. Fault number 1, did not think it through. And then when you put it over your shoulder, when you do pull it tight, the flap catches and you pull the cap. It was a disaster. So that was a stupid impulse buy. It's a very nice handbag, but I should walk around holding it like this.
Just put it on a coffee table.
Yeah, put it there, take a picture of it, put it on Instagram, job done, tax deductible.
Views on tattoos?
I don't have any. My children, with the exception of my youngest, are covered in them.
Beauty treatment you couldn't give up?
Does this include hair dye? My colour. I couldn't give up Mel.
High end or high street?
High end.
Bling or bear?
Bling.
Minimalism or maximalism?
Maximalism.
Couture or charity shop?
Couture. I can't do a charity shop. I'm sorry. I'll give to it.
Crocs, cute or puke?
Well, when you've got a broken coccyx and you get backache a lot, they are the most comfortable thing to wear because they have suspension. You bounce in them. I don't own any, but I have done in the past.
Sneakers or stilettos?
Sneakers.
Skinnies or boyfriends or wide legs?
Wide. I know the answer to that question. I don't think you're talking about my actual boyfriend.
Bodycon or boho?
I don't even know what that means.
On the body or bohemian?
Oh, on the body. Anything that floats reminds me of being pregnant.
Sports luxe or rock chick?
Rock chick.
Red carpet or relax?
Relax.
Trend or style?
Style.
Colour or monochrome?
Colour.
Experimental.
She says wearing black.
Experimental or uniform?
Uniform.
Cashmere or cotton?
Cashmere. No, in winter cashmere. Cotton everywhere else.
Beanie or beret?
Neither. I can't do hats. My fat head. I can't. I've got the same size head as Princess Diana because I used to work for her milliner and she used my head as the model.
That's a claim to fame,
Isn't it? Isn't it? 23 and a half fat inches.
Hoarder or editor? Hoarder or editor?
Order.
Hoarder.
Oh, hoard. Oh, editor. Oh, hoarding's my worst nightmare.
Shapewear Or sexy lingerie?
Neither. Knickers. Calvin Klein knickers. I don't give a about shapewear. I am the shape I am. And sexy lingerie, those days are long gone. I've been married for 36 years.
Tights, stockings, or hold-ups?
Never. I never have owned a pair of tights since I left school. Ever.
Bikini or one piece?
Both.
And finally, traditional last question at the end of the day, what do you or don't you wear in bed?
I wear an old t-shirt with holes in it, and I always have knickers on unless I'm in a hotel, because I have kids and it never leaves your head that they walk in anytime unannounced. And if I sleep with one leg out of the quilt, I don't want them to walk in to me mooning. What a lovely way to end. How classy. My mother will be so thrilled.
She will be smiling on you.
Knickers and a white snake t-shirt at the moment. I look like sex on legs.
Love it. I love it. Caroline, thank you. What
Thank you for having
fun
me.
conversation.